Summertime is here, baby.
There's no better way to do a summer
here.
episode here than at Yaya.
Summertime's here. I just want to let everybody know where we're at.
You introduce him.
We are at Yaya's Coastal Cuisine. Right up there, probably the most beautiful backdrop for any restaurant. That is my boy Angel Febres. My longtime friend for 30 years, Ed. He's like a big brother to me. He looks good, too. He dressed up for us today.
Good, man. He looks really good.
He's got that
linen shirt like
got that Miami Vice shirt with the
no.
glasses. Angel, the breeze is beautiful out here. I'm not hot, primo. You know, I always was my little fan. He was my fan. Shout out to a fan sponsor. But also to Casa Amigos, baby.
Yeah, most importantly.
What's up with this?
Thank you to Casa Amigos. This is
actually
Moroccan,
a shot, Ed.
and this is a shot, and we're going to take some shots right now.
Chill out, bro.
We're going to take some nice shots.
But is that a shot or a half a bottle?
We got in trouble before with...
What's up with this Casa Amigo? Look at this.
we got in trouble before with drinking on the pods,
Nah. Let's do it to start it off.
Cheers, boys. Thank you to Casa Amigos.
Casa Amigos, baby.
Cheers.
Best tequila?
Best tequila.
What is this again, Angel? Which one is this?
This is the Reposado.
Reposado. You know
That's
about
all we're
tequila,
drinking. Yes, sir.
Oh, wow. Very smooth. Very, very smooth.
Wow. You served yourself a big-ass
Very
one,
smooth,
Ed.
bro. It's been a long week, bro.
Oh, Angel.
And I share that with Angel, you know.
So here we are,
When he
starting the
told me-
weekend.
I want to drink. I said, I'm down to drink today.
This started at the Arts Festival when we had him on.
Yeah.
We talked about being here.
Coconut Grove Arts Festival, yes.
So for those people who don't know you somehow, explain to them a little bit about your history and yourself.
Well, grew up in South Florida. Graduated from Hialeah High, 92.
Dang.
Hialeah High.
Hialeah boy.
That's it.
92.
That means he knows the game.
A little bit.
You got the street smarts.
A little bit.
And
you know.
business, for sure.
What do they call it? Streets of Hard Knocks, right?
Streets of Hard
There you
Knocks.
go.
Yeah, there you go. So, from there, did a couple things on my own, met a few friends, and then, right around 22 years old, 21 years old, we started nightclub promotions.
Did a couple parties.
At a very great time to party in Miami Beach. Yeah.
That was in my 20s, bro, and Angel was running parties, and we were part of that party and part of the promotion team, and those are the memories of my life, primo. You know that.
They were
special.
Great events. You're talking about when all the stars lived on Star Island, all the A-list celebrities lived on Star Island, and you were rubbing elbows with everybody and anybody you could think of.
But I have a question for you. When I was young, the big club for me was like Mansion and Pawn Shop and places like that.
Yeah, you're 10 years younger, though.
I'm 10 years younger than you. When you guys were growing up, you guys saw a whole different Miami. You guys saw like something that was right for the taking, or where were you guys going when you were young?
I mean, look, what's the most popular place Miami was known for was Liquid. That's where
Liquid, the best.
everybody.
Where was that, South Beach?
Yeah.
Yeah, right next to Crow.
Right next to Cameo Theater.
Cameo? I went to Cameo, yeah.
Yeah, but, before Crowbar, there was Cameo Theater.
Yeah.
And Cameo Theater had an incredible night called Sunday Nights Disco Inferno. And, I mean, I was 17 years old, and my girlfriend worked the door, and she would just let us in, and it was like the best time of our life. We went Sunday night Cameo, and then directly from Cameo, we drove to school, slept for 2 hours in the car, maybe 1 hour, and then hit the class.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, but to be clear, though, it wasn't a club goer. He was the one producing and operating at, everybody was the same age, but he, I guess, had a vision and put that work in, because it's not as easy as everybody thinks. You just party, get drunk. Like, there's a whole process to that, Elaborate a little bit on what made you to do that.
At Smack Entertainment, when
Yeah,
does that come in?
Okay.
The Four Brothers, the Horsemen.
So Smack Entertainment, me and a very popular Miami guy, Mo Garcia. I just made him hot.
Shout out to Uncle
we
Mo.
were,
I don't know how he keeps that beard so nice and clean and perfect, always shaven.
We got to get him so he can tell us stories about Angel.
He's a clean guy.
We had a group of friends that when we went out, and we went out 9 days a week, it was 30, 40, 50 of us. So one day we're at Crowbar when they first opened, and I looked at Mo. I said, Mo, do you realize that everybody in this nightclub is here because of us?
Yeah.
Why don't we, try to do a party together? And
what age were you there?
Oof, 20, 24.
24, so you, yeah.
You know, we started doing parties around 21, 22 with Bill and Conrad, but they were one-offs. You know, one here, one there, a New Year's party. And then me and Mo decided to take it a little bit more serious, and we opened up a Thursday night place was called Crave. And if I remember correctly, the owner was a guy named Sean Lewis, who owned all the clubs in Miami Beach at the time. I think he owned like 8 or 9 clubs. That Thursday night took a real success, and now all the club owners started approaching us about, hey,
come rock with us.
Come work with us. You know, back then in those days, if you played hip hop at a club, it was like the worst thing you could tell a club.
I remember that.
I didn't know.
I remember that. It was late night after like midnight, 1 o'clock.
No, it was all house music.
Yeah.
And if you said to a club owner, hey, I want to come to your venue, I want to do a hip hop party, they'd throw you out the doors with security.
Wow.
But Mo and I were able to create a great night. I think we were netting 30, 40K at the time each Thursday. And the Crowbar guys approached us. We then had a conversation with Bill Spector and Conrad, who used to do other parties. And that's how Smack Entertainment came about.
So I have a question for you, bro. As a marketer,
Yeah.
I know how difficult it is to move bodies and get people to go to places, right? What was like your strategy at that time? Because they didn't social media
digital.
didn't exist, group chats didn't really exist. Like, so you guys were like hands on the ground, flyers. What was like your strategy to make sure you had people come out to your nights?
It was all of the above. So here's what we knew. Mo had everybody on lock from Flagler down,
Okay.
west of 826, let's call it.
Shit.
I had everybody on lock from Flagler up.
Divide and conquer.
Now, you put that together with 2 guys who were doing probably the coolest parties in Miami Beach at the time, New Yorkers, Conrad and Bill Spector. You put those 4 things together, and it's an incredible party.
Yeah, bro.
You know, we had, you know, photographers, artists. We had models. We had, I mean,
A mixed bag,
we had a mixed crowd. We had, you know, like the most eclectic crowd that you could think of in Miami Beach.
Yeah, they were all.
And they were all listening to hip hop.
Yeah.
So now this whole thing turned over, and now all the clubs in Miami Beach started playing hip hop.
Yeah, that's where it all started. And then I remember in Liquids, the hip hop would start after like 1 in the morning because house music was still king.
Liquid had a hip hop room.
Right, right.
So you had house music in one room,
Yeah.
and that was very popular back then in those days. Nightclubs had 2, 3 different rooms. So you would have the headliner house music DJ, and then you would have whoever the coolest hip hop DJ was at that time.
Yeah.
You know.
I remember Khalid back in the day before he called himself Khalid used to do that, remember?
You know what I'm gonna do?
And
Yo, do you have a DJ Khaled story, Angel?
Yeah, he did my 21st birthday at Liquid.
Wow.
That was 30 years ago.
yeah.
You still keep in contact with him, or
You know, if we see each other,
We see
we're
each other,
very
yeah.
cool. You
he
know,
just blew up out of nowhere, though. You know.
I don't know that he's gonna pick up my calls right now,
Oh,
but you know.
He'll maybe running with the Saratoga water guy, bro. He saw him running the other day.
Yeah.
But yes, if we see each other, we're definitely gonna say hello to each other.
But he's a
you
good
know.
person, though. Like, I feel he's a good person at heart.
He's an incredible person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
You know.
I think so. It was a good run, though, huh? Primo? I remember the stories and everything.
So before,
I mean, look.
Go ahead.
We had parties, weekly parties that lasted 8, 10 years.
Yeah.
So could you imagine
There were
going
brands.
every Thursday night to one venue because you knew you had to go there
Yeah.
for 10 years
Yeah.
in a row?
So I think something with the nightlife that I've never gotten into it, not because I didn't want to, but I just felt like it would be so exhausting, you know, like waking up late. And you did that for 10 years, you know, like
10,
When-
25. I'm
25
still doing it.
Oh, so has that taken a toll on you? Like, how do you balance that out?
I mean, it definitely took a toll on my family, you know, for sure. You know,
Because you're out every night. That's your job.
just think about this. My party was on Thursdays. I didn't have Thanksgiving dinner at home
Damn.
for over 20 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, the family comes to see me at work to spend Thanksgiving with me.
Oh, it's not a bad alternative, though, you know?
It's not, but it's not.
I'm bringing them along.
But it's not ideal.
Yeah, I get it.
It's not ideal.
It's not ideal.
I had a question, and this is a theory. I've been 21 since I was 17. My brother, it was in the military.
Advanced.
And I had a military ID that I would always get into when I would go. And it was a shaved head, and it was like black and green, or green and white, so you couldn't really tell who it was. So I was always accepted in. But I've always had a theory with that. The person sees, or the bouncer, or the security, they see so many ID cards that they know it's fake, that if they allow you to come through, it's because they're being nice to you and you're at least presenting something somewhat acceptable.
You're dressed nice.
What are your thoughts on that? Because I've gone to places that I'm like, there's a lot of underage people here. I know there is. You know, there's no other way around it.
A lot of
I forgot exactly what year it was that the drinking age in Dade County changed from 18 to 21.
I had no idea that it changed.
Yeah, we have to research that. It was a long, long time ago. Once Mothers Against Drunk Driving came out and all that.
Got you.
Look.
Do the bouncers know when it's fake or not? Or
1,000%.
That's what I wanted to know.
1,000%. Look at that boat in the back.
They allow you is because you look mature enough so they're going to be able to handle the party.
That shot.
Correct. Or somebody slipping a 20 under the ID.
Which is the norm.
Got you. Which now you guys know. That's old school stuff. You get a 20, you get in.
Old school.
See nothing else. That's it.
Old school. You later transitioned into still, we're not that old, but we're older, that you still had a club racket. Now you're obviously into restaurants, but what was that like, from switching from the beach to Wynwood and the beginning of Wynwood?
Look, for a long time, I think it's known. Miami Beach is unfortunately not a fan of nightlife as much as I used to be. Although I think a lot of the commissioners now have seen how much it's hurt the beach, and I think it's starting to at least come up in conversations where, like, hey, maybe that 2 a.m. New law, it's not right for Miami Beach. But, we saw it coming for a long time, and I tell you, I left the beach a few nights, started going to Wynwood, checking it out, and I noticed that the lines in Wynwood were just way too long, meaning there's not enough bars open here.
Yeah.
So finally, another great friend.
But you touch on something, man. So if the lines is long, it's because there's not enough supply, you think? Or I thought it was always because that place was just hot. Because your lines for racket was absurdly long.
Yeah, but Wynwood became more and more popular. Like, it just kept growing, kept growing.
And it's not a small venue; it's pretty big.
That was a nice venue, man. I used to go to racket all the time.
It was almost 50. It was 5,600 square feet.
Yeah, and you had the second floor.
Yeah,
and you had the little pool table.
A lot bigger than the other ones. A lot bigger than the ones with little tents. And
little by little, we've kept, putting our guts more on the line and saying, all right, let's go with a little bit bigger venue.
Got you. But what was like, where did you see the end of bracket? That you said, was it COVID, or did you say, like, okay, this is like
no, actually
in the right direction?
Actually, after COVID, we did really great. It was when the developers started taking over and closing streets for construction and taking away our parking, and the city, unfortunately, taking away parking to put up bike lanes when people don't ride bikes.
Yeah. A lot of people have complained about the developers in Wynwood. Wynwood is not what it used to be anymore. Now they call it Windowwood. Yeah. Right?
Well, it's kind of, they kind of, look, for me, they chased me out. Your rent goes up. You're doing 50, 60% less business. Look, these bars are a real liability.
Wow.
You can keep a bar open if you're, a lot of times we'll keep a bar open if we're breaking even, but not if you're losing money.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. And then
the bar business is way different, man.
Yeah.
And you have another bar, Foxhole, which is one of my favorites.
Incredible.
That's still,
incredible
still
place.
Light.
Yeah, we have a light outside. It's still very cool. We're still, trying to make Miami Beach work because it's definitely a struggle. A lot of people are just not going to Miami Beach these days,
Yeah.
So we have to get creative. We have to do different things.
This is one of the different things.
No, but you know what? I think it's deeper than that, man. I think like Miami Beach, the same way it chased out the locals. Like the locals. When I was young, it was like, let's go to the beach. There's obviously more competition in Miami.
The shootings.
And then I don't even think it's about the shooting. To me, it's just a mission to park. And I feel like I'm gonna get treated like a tourist. They're gonna hit me with a $30 drink, with a 25% tip. I could just go to the Gables, and that's it,
And not only that, but look, here's what I tell a lot of people, right? I've been on the beach since '89.
I was 1 year old.
Okay. Hard Rock in Hollywood didn't exist. So everybody from Fort Lauderdale came to Miami Beach to party. Okay? Design District, Brickell, Downtown, Doral.
Yep.
None of those places existed. So think about if whatever percentage that is that each city just kept because they're not going out to the beach anymore. Yeah. The beach is in a lot of trouble.
The beach thrives right now off tourists, though, no?
Significant enough.
But you still have a core of people who attend Foxhole, or is it always the majority is tourists that are coming through?
No, we have a local crowd. We have this great partner now who did a party there last Friday, and it was incredible. All locals. We had a couple of the city commissioners there supporting. Yeah.
And it's usually nighttime, evening. Is it a dinner, like sit down, or is it more for bar?
No. There's no food at Fox.
There's no food. Okay.
It's pool table. It's a watering hole for the neighborhood.
Gotcha.
It's a watering hole for the neighborhood. Now, on Fridays and Saturdays, do we put a DJ on and make it a little clubby? Yeah.
Gotcha.
But
watch some football games.
Yeah.
Talk to me about what we are, because this is definitely a transition for the better. Like we were talking about. Yaya's. This is beautiful, Primo. When did this open?
This opened in August last year. After a little bit over 2 years, it took us to get open here, with a lot of, obviously everybody in Miami knows the derm issues with grease traps and all that. I don't think I have to get into that anymore, right? You've talked about it enough You've talked about it enough on this
big column.
Huge,
I just got a derm guy that wants to come on. And I have a lot of people that want to scold them. When I told the coach, like Andy from River Landing, he was like, I got to talk to this guy. And
we had Felix that talked about it as well.
I'm getting, and he's going to be like the next in line, etc. He was texting me on the side. I want to come and talk. And I was like, there's a lot of people who don't like the way you guys are going about business, man.
What's the gentleman, the mayor's name over in Miami Lakes? I forgot right now.
Manny Sid?
Sid?
Yeah.
Manny Sid, yeah.
Yeah. I wanted everybody to vote for him when he ran for county mayor.
Yep.
Because one of the things he ran on was, hey, let's get rid of derm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because he runs.
I didn't know that he had that. I didn't know he was part of that. His campaign.
That was part of his campaign. Damn. Hey, first thing I'm going to do is get rid of derm.
Oh shit! Oh. Wow.
Let's start the crusade against derm, man. I'm down.
Look, for me,
if
we got to catch everything going into the sewer system before it gets there, cool. But don't hold people up on construction.
Correct.
Because of
red tape.
Whatever they're failing the contractor for, which is BS.
And you know what it is? Those people don't understand, from what I feel, business. So when you get a rent and you're paying the monthly rent, and then you're paying your employees, and then you're doing your strategy and this and that, 6, 7, you're not getting approvals. That's the fastest way.
They bankrupt you before you get open.
Correct. And that's
the bottom line.
So then what happens? Only the people who have good cash flow can go and do stuff. The typical entrepreneur locally
can't afford it.
But it's not even good cash flow. Excuse me. You put a business plan together, and nobody says, "Hey, Derm's going to hold me up for 6-7 months."
Good point.
Yeah. People don't put that into their projections.
Yeah.
Or into their,
how long does it
timeline.
Just curious, how long does it take for Derm to approve something? Like, what's been your experience?
Look, it's not just Derm, right? It's Derm with the addition of whatever plumber subcontractor you have, and then
you get a good one,
huh?
And if you get a good one that's not out the scanning,
and the engineer. So 3 people have to align, and that's where the difficult, most of the difficult part comes in.
Got you.
Got to get everybody on the same page. Wow.
It just shouldn't be.
So you had Yaya.
Yeah.
It's been a year.
It's been close to a year, 10 months
a year.
now. Yeah.
And how did this concept come about? You were just thinking and said, you know what, I want to open a coastal cuisine location, or how?
Look at what do I know? I'm 51 years old. I can't be out till 5 in the morning anymore. You know, I got 2 kids.
This is beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you. So we started going into restaurants, and I'm home a lot earlier. I can wake up for the kids and stuff. But definitely, restaurants is kind of where we're going, with a couple other things that we're touching up on, right? That we're diversifying ourselves to, right? And we'll talk about that. But we were looking at Pelican Harbor for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, and we had a business plan put in. One of our partners said, "Hey, let's put this RFP together for the city, or for the county." And
look, we got some drinks here. Is that
Listen,
you
you have
Did you
excellent staff. Everybody here has been
Thank
phenomenal.
you, Kat.
I can only imagine the service.
Oh, look at this cocktail. Talk to me about this. Look at this head.
yeah,
Diablo.
Thank
see
you.
what
Thank
happens
you.
here.
This is Kat. She didn't want to be on camera, but we got to get her.
I thought she was American.
American.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
I want to thank you guys for.
Oh, bro.
Fabulous,
Honestly,
bro.
the honor is
You're
ours, man.
fabulous.
Yeah.
After I put that picture up yesterday, people were DMing me, and one of my close friends texted me, "I can't believe you're gonna speak to that guy." And I was like, "Damn, for real?" He goes, "Bro, that guy was the architect, Homero Ganem.
Yeah.
Homero Ganem, his brother Juan Ganem.
Yes.
Very good friends of mine. I grew up with Juan and Homero.
Well, we grew up
Wow.
working together.
He told me, and I think
Yeah.
he's one of them that started telling me, "You gotta ask this, ask that." You know. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
just-
So we'll get into his questions
He
in
goes,
a minute.
Homero told me that he went to Yaya, and the Yaya was phenomenal.
That's me. That's because all the stuff I talk about, I'm always just like his PR guy.
Oh,
I'm always
so
hyping
we'll
him up.
touch up on that a little bit.
Always
you
his
know?
PR guy.
I want you to ask Homero how many times I called him personally to make sure he came here.
Oh wow.
I still call people
Yeah, he does.
personally.
You do.
He calls me
I
all the
text
time.
people
I love it.
personally.
You know what's crazy?
I didn't get into Instagram until a year ago. One of my friends, Damon John, and we'll talk about him from Shark Tank.
Oh, yeah,
He's the guy that.
I would love to meet that guy.
I got.
Oh,
you.
big fan of him.
He's a good friend.
And he's
And-
local here too. no?
Yeah. I believe he lives in Sunny Isles. But he's the one that got me to get on Instagram after however long Instagram's been alive,
Yeah.
and I refused to do it.
Yeah. But
Old
But
school.
I don't depend on Instagram. I call all my friends personally, and all of them will tell you, "Oye, como jode angel,"
Yeah.
you know.
It's true.
But I'll tell you this, Emmy, which I know you're good friends with, and I have an adoration for him and his support for us in many different ways. I asked Emmy once, how the fuck do you get so many people to show up to your grand openings? And him and Tony were there, and I'm a young marketer compared to, and he goes, "Ed, you text and you call everyone." And I'm here thinking email blast, social media ads. He goes, "Nah, Bobby, you text and you personally call everyone. You're the second person to ever tell me that."
Yeah.
And that's the real, true, effective way.
Yeah, I keep in contact. Look,
I'm an over communicator myself. Too.
most of my friends, I could tell you the people that I can call friends, and there's a lot of them, but like friends, I've known over 25 years, and I still keep in touch with them, and we still talk. And I might not see a guy for 10 years, but I hit him up enough, and he'll be like, "Angel, finally, I got the nanny. I'm coming over."
Let's do it.
That's
dope. Yeah, I'm getting.
Hey,
that
I
from
call him-
my friends. My friends are all have kids now, so it's like,
We
yeah,
still-
I can't show up.
Exactly.
Still talking. It's true. It's communication is key, bro.
No,
I
you
got a
gotta.
question for you,
Yes.
and I see it a lot. Bottle culture, dance culture. We feel like a lot of places, and I see it online a lot, have gone away from hanging out when you go out to dance, and it's just bottles and just drinking and getting obliterated. How was it when you guys grew up, or was it the same way, or do you have any opinion on that?
No, our parties, and even though I'll say this, the guys at Space are doing an incredible job right now at throwing events. Like,
Transition.
I think those are the guys that, even though I don't see them as much as I'd like to, I follow the most. But when we were doing parties, smartphones didn't exist.
Yeah.
You weren't there taking pictures of whatever DJ was up. You were drinking and dancing.
in the moment.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Now you're just,
No. Look, some
I
of my
see that,
friends
man.
send me videos from Ibiza the other day, and all you see is this.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
There's nobody dancing.
Straight up.
To me, I'm sorry, that's a festival.
That is a festival.
But it's not like a party where the DJ makes you dance and you're dancing.
Yeah, you will be sweating.
Everybody wants to just show that you're there.
Sweating balls,
Instead of
dancing.
enjoying the moment.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's a good.
I think people now. I mean, there's no really like good clubs left, is there, right, Primo?
Look,
You can say.
say it's like your top club right now.
I mean, look, for Miami, it's, I think everybody knows this. Dave's the king, and Liv is the one that has outlasted everybody and keeps going. And, you might not go there for a year or two, but then, there you go. You find yourself at Liv at 3 a.m. in the morning doing this.
Yeah. I saw Michael Jordan at Liv once, and Paris Hilton.
Yeah.
Like right next.
Oh, you don't want to hear the stories about Paris Hilton. Don't tell them. We're already talking about it. Okay, what is the vibe like here on the weekends? Is there live music?
There is.
This is super romantic.
No, we have DJs on the weekends. Just look, again, we're, and I've mentioned this to you guys before, we're not Kiki on the River. We can't play the loud music because of our neighbors. But we do create a great vibe with DJs that we've been working with for over 20 years. And look, anything from a birthday to a bridal to a rehearsal dinner, or you just want to come hang out because we have 12 docks.
That's what I was gonna
and
say.
you want to come by boat, which we haven't touched up on, like that is the highlight of this venue.
It is
the boating.
Yeah.
And you can pull up here, right, and eat your lunch, eat your dinner, and all day, all night. At night, it's open too.
Of course, we're open till 1 a.m. on the weekends.
Wow. What was the permitting like for that huge?
No, it's not. It's not.
Because it's pretty long.
Yeah. One thing we will be doing for the boaters, we should touch up on a little bit is we're going to start doing like to-go packages, so you can just pull up to the dock. If you're 4 or 6 or 8, if you want to have champagne or wine, you can just stop, pick up your basket, and keep it moving. Yeah. This way you can just go to the sandbar and you have your... Exactly.
Beautiful.
And it is coastal cuisine, right? So a lot of seafood.
Mediterranean?
A lot of seafood, yes. Mediterranean, a lot of seafood.
And then you got Chef Todd, my boy Zimmer. He's the head chef here.
Yes, sir. So Todd and I have been friends over 20 years. We've always thought about doing something together. We've talked about it. We actually...
Where's Todd? He's in there now. He's working?
He's working.
I think he's making us something?
A little something.
Shit, I'm starving.
I wanted, like, bigger stuff, but you were like, oh, no, a
I'm
couple
on a liquid diet, bro. You keep bringing out drinks.
No, and Casamigos, bro. This
is a phenomenal drink. It's a phenomenal drink.
Really, really good. We have an issue about you want to try my barbecue. You
Kiko, here's what I'm saying.
Stalking me on my brisket.
Here's what I'm saying. We've been friends a really, really long time.
Yes.
And
this guy.
You're gonna roast you. When they tell you you've been friends for a long time, you're gonna get roasted.
No, it's almost like, look, yes, I've been stalking his brisket.
But I like it. Give it to him. He's a big boy. He can take it.
No, I've been stalking his brisket. I said, Kiko, do me a favor. Just send me a piece. Just put it in the Uber and send it to me. I can't go over there right now. So what I've asked Kiko to do is July 4th to please allow me to host him, hosting his brisket right here on the Yaya beach.
Wow. It's love. Yeah,
he said he's going to bring his smoker and just chill out here on the Yaya beach. Casamigos is going to have their bar there.
So we are doing full activation here July 4th.
We'll do a full activation for lunch.
Okay.
Yeah,
we can put it before July 4th.
Full activation for lunch, and we're going to have an open bar of Casamigos tequila from 12 to 2.
Open bar of this?
Are you sure you're going to come? I want to make sure you're going to come if you're going to come.
I kind of told him, yeah.
If he doesn't come, we're fighting.
This is breaking news right now. I haven't told nobody, but
that's in the way
we're going to be in...
I think we're clear.
We're going to be in Panama.
I think we're clear.
At the ambassador's house.
With Cabrera.
Doing a live podcast in Panama July 4th.
And
we were invited by the State Department.
And you're not taking it. That's crazy. Ooh. Is it paid for? Did you get paid for that?
I paid for it with my own pocket, man.
Oh, no, you can go on your own. It's not sponsored?
That shit was there. I got a hotel for 7 days. I got to take the crew out there. But who else in Miami is doing podcasts at an ambassador's house with the embassy?
All right, Kevin Cabrera. Kevin Cabrera is great. He's one of our big roast
That's incredible.
sponsors.
That's great, bro. Yes.
Any politics in your future, big bro? I know you talk a lot about community and you've had issues and you work in every city basically. Is that something maybe in your future that could be something? I kind of see it a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
That's a negative.
That's a negative, man. It's a they trash you, bro.
But see, that's the problem.
No, that's a
you need
negative.
somebody like him who's been in every aspect of the city to do it, not somebody that doesn't know.
But he probably has a lot of incriminating evidence on him.
Nah, he ain't.
Same as I
bad.
do.
He's bad, but he ain't incriminating bad.
I've never had a felony in my life. What are you talking?
Neither have I. But
Not having guys with experience in all aspects of city running the thing. That's the problem.
No, look, I for the foreseeable future, there's zero. But I will say, next Friday, we are hosting a fundraiser for somebody who's been in my family for a long time, Emilio Gonzalez, and he's running for city mayor.
Yep.
And we're gonna do a fundraiser here for him at Yaya, and hopefully,
Friday?
Next Friday.
I'll be here, bro.
Yeah, next Friday the 27th. I believe it's set for 5:30 to 7:30, or 6 to 8. Our fundraiser.
And I want to meet him. I want to meet him in person.
Please do. He's an incredible.
He's reached out to us a couple of times. I would like to have Emilio Gonzalez. He's running for mayor.
He's an incredible person. Like I said, he's been around my family for a really long time, and
Randy's boy.
Yes, and I hope it. And Randy's my boy.
Yeah, of course.
And that's how I met Emilio.
We have, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, absolutely. He. I hope people listen to what he's got to say.
Think he's good for the city?
Look, he ran the airport, did an incredible job. I believe he was city manager for a while there at the city of Miami. So he knows. He knows.
People in the know is what we need.
He knows what he's doing.
People in the know is what we need.
I have a bone to pick with you. Right? I know it's no longer around, but the best. I don't even remember what it was called. It was like a little crab cake. The first time I ever tried it, it was the best thing I ever tried from Drunken Dragon. It was like a little square.
It was probably our.
That's the restaurant everybody copied, right?
It was probably.
Let's just say it, bro. Like I know the truth.
No,
didn't they copy you? I think toe for toe.
Videos and pictures of it. Still.
I think they stole like 5.
Toe for toe, pimp.
Right?
Toe for toe,
I'm a food
pimp.
guy. Don't
And you
lie
know
to me.
what?
I was there.
The only thing that
They stole
anybody in Miami knows
The hot pot for sure.
that I'm not is a hater.
No,
So more power to
But they
them.
were identical to your dishes.
More power to them.
No, wait, but clear that up for me then. So it was like this little, it was like an appetizer.
I think it was the
First of all, to give a little people
tuna roll.
feedback.
The tuna roll.
Drunken Dragon was a restaurant with no name.
I know there was no.
And you had to know where it was.
Correct. No, nothing on the door. No
It
signs.
had a
nothing.
crazy vibe. It was like if you were in Korea or like in some bar in the middle of next to a marina. The vibe was dope. You had the burning. You had the hot pot that came in a thing that everybody copied. That was a bubbling rice.
But who's everybody, bro? You gotta drive from names
every
here, bro.
freaking restaurant that you see that has a hot pot that came to your table.
Let's not hate on this.
We're not calling
No,
them
but
out.
I mean,
no. Let's let them. You know what I mean?
The
Let them
crispy
do their
rice
thing.
cake with the tuna.
that's what it was. The crispy
Yes.
rice cake.
All that was
That's what it
copied.
was.
Conrad used to feed me like a motherfucker. Angel too. And I miss that place, bro.
It's
Drunken. Same thing.
look. I'll say this, Chef. Here comes Chef.
Oh, here comes the.
We'll get right back to our Drunken Dragon. Let's go into Yaya for a little bit, and then we'll pick We'll pick Yaya right back up.
Here we go. We got Chef Todd Zimmer.
What's up?
What's up, buddy?
Morning, guys. Morning.
I thought you were Cuban, chef.
Cuba. Listen to this guy,
No,
Chef.
no.
I've been friends with Todd for like 20 years.
20 years, close to 20 years.
And then when I heard that him and Angel partnered up, I'm like,
You got jealous?
first of all, how did he get him? Because you had your own endeavors for a little bit.
Yep, still do.
Burger Master, by the way.
No way.
Oh yeah, you don't know.
The real Burger Master.
Hey, bro, this guy's
Not these fugazi influencer burger.
No. Oh my God, Jesus.
8 years open, still running strong.
I believe, Chef, you slept what, like in the 90s? Was the last time you slept? But I know you're
Somewhere around there.
stop.
99.
As he
somewhere
said,
around there.
go ahead. The floor is yours,
What do we
Chef.
got, chef? What do we got?
So starting off is going to be our swordfish Milanese.
Oof.
It's we do it with a little different with the egg on it. We got a tricolor salad with watermelon, radish, fennel, arugula.
Love it.
And then Angel's probably favorite sauce on a dish is
No way.
lemon and
I wanna eat that.
caperberry beurre blanc. With
Excuse me.
yeah, it's crazy. Preserved lemons that we make here in house. Really, really cool.
Motherfucker.
And then that's the
Motherfucker,
that's our
this is good.
crispy eggplant and
This is
zucchini with muhamara. Muhamara is like a roasted pepper puree.
Wow.
Really, really cool. And that's a completely vegan dish. So we use the
No vegans here, chef.
yes. Well, in Miami,
But
it's
what's-
Miami, you know.
you have a little bit
So-
for everybody.
So we
What's
got-
what's it like working with Angel, boss? Ooh.
Yeah.
Gotta put him on the spot, huh?
As he groans. Now, listen, Angel's been around here for forever. He's been in Miami, been influential on a lot of stuff, the foods, the clubs. I met Angel back in '99, back in the rain. That puts us back a while.
Yo, just dated yourself.
Yeah. Well, we've been around. Both of us have been around for a while.
We're all
So it's good to get together with someone that has influence and has like a spot in the city to be able to combine our forces and get something going. So it's been good.
I know you're hardcore when it comes to food. You know, I've been a big fan of your food all the time. I'm excited. I'm glad that you're here.
Oh, of course.
Chef Todd Zimmer, guys.
Appreciate it.
My man, thank you. Let me try. I'm going to go in right now.
Hey, what's your favorite thing about Kiko?
About Kiko?
Probably, but nobody gives him enough praise, bro. They have no idea he's the one behind the scenes connecting everything, you know.
As a guy that was behind the scenes for many years, as most sous chefs are, you start to recognize people that actually do the work, and it's respect like that way. Again, like Angel, when I met him in '99, and I was still just a young like sous chef, and Kiko back then too. Like
we got him on my show.
I know.
You see the guys that are actually putting in the work. And you get a respect that way.
A lot of people have a lot of respect for him. They think he doesn't work. They think he just hangs out and watches baseball all day.
Fresh, baby, all the time.
No joke. That is no joke.
Good.
That's called a mic drop. He's quiet. Who can shut down Kiko?
Oof. Now,
who shuts down Kiko?
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never tried Milanier swordfish.
Damn,
try that right now, brother. Pass me the chips.
Oh,
pass me the chips. I ain't dumb. I've had these motherfuckers before. Chef, what inspires you every day? With your menu, what's a good time to change something on the menu? Explain that.
See, we don't really think of Florida as being seasonal, but we have seasons that you just have to be able to recognize. And like right now, mangoes are in season. You don't think about it, but it definitely defines a season for us. Guys like you and Angel that are on the water like me, we kind of let a seafood as far as seafood too. Mutton, snapper, and things along those lines. You start to understand what's when and where. So that's how I've always rolled.
What do people mostly order? What's their favorites?
Oh, here at Yaya, it's the bronzino. The bronzino, hands down. Beautiful fillet.
Butterfly?
No, it's a single fillet. It's on the lighter side with a Provençal vinaigrette.
Chef, let's make them one.
We can do one.
Yeah.
We can do one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Provençal vinaigrette, arugula, awesome. Super light, easy.
For the record, Kiko committed July 4th to be here with his smoker.
I have it on video and voice.
Brisket to go forward with our
talk to me about that swordfish.
barbecue.
Pass it back over here. I ain't giving that up that easy. Jeff, thank you.
Yeah, man.
I love you to death.
See you in a minute with the
yes,
the brunch.
Thank you so much. Bro, watch out, bro.
Amazing, man. I'll just stay on my liquid diet, bro. The liquid diet is good.
Angel, what's your favorite dish as I continue to destroy this on the menu or one of Todd's creations? And how much influence? Do you
actually
how much influence do you have?
Yourself? Do you make decisions on the food that goes out, or do you leave it up to the chef?
I taste the food daily.
Daily? Wow.
And I'm here 7 days a week.
Well, yeah.
And anybody can tell you that.
But everything on the menu has been approved by you.
Everything on the menu. Yes, but I do have a couple partners, and obviously we do some tastings before we open and go through all that.
But tasting right
for the most part, I'm here daily, and I'm ordering different dishes. I never order the same things just to make sure that the quality control is there.
And being in a seafood restaurant, is there seasonal items or?
There's always going to be seasonal items. We have
this is delicious, bro.
We have a brunch menu that also changes. That starts at 11 a.m.
But wait. Angel, tell us about your brunch at Yaya, because that is something that people love to go to. They're always looking for good brunch spots. We always find it. Give us a little bit of feedback on how it is. And
try that.
Look, we're doing a great brunch with, I would call it like 7-8 items on the brunch menu. In addition to that, we have our regular menu, dinner and lunch menu.
Is it a vibe here? Or?
It's a vibe.
What are some of the brunch items?
No,
like you got French toast, pancakes. What?
No. It's more of a Mediterranean thing. Okay. We have cut.
It's okay. We'll fill it in.
We'll cut right now.
Don't worry about it. I want to hear about the vibe. Man. Listen, when we first up about events, people show up.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
Yes.
So tell us about the vibe here for brunch at Yaya's. Go for it, tranquilo.
Couldn't resist myself. Kiko's eating in front of me. I got hungry, and we have to go.
And listen,
He's
the perfect food guy.
Hey, what's our agüita?
So look, our brunch
That's what she said, Gadanera.
So look, our brunch. Yeah, our brunch consists of first and foremost a lot of boaters. That is when we see the most traffic in our docks, which is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. During the day, we have our docks are almost full. Everybody trying to do the brunch on the boat thing. You know what I mean? And the DJs, they do an incredible job of keeping everybody, dancing at their table. You might see some people stand up, and drinking a lot of rosé.
And then you have a beautiful private room that you haven't talked about. And I saw also you have an event.
Parties, right? Events.
I also saw you have an event with it was like a prefix like that. I saw for wine tasting, like French wine that's coming, $125 per person.
So bi-monthly now, Chef Todd is doing a wine pairing dinner. And this wine pairing dinner is going to do all of the Mediterranean. And this particular, next Thursday, week from today, we are hosting our... I think I have 12 seats available. Yeah, and I mean, that was last night. I don't know if any more have been bought today.
I saw you dropped it on IG.
Yeah. So this particular dinner, we're concentrating in, I think, the south of France. And, in a couple months, we'll do another continent and keep it moving from there. But
this is the first. Sorry, this is the first one.
This is our second.
Our second one. And the first one, was.
I mean, sold out. We had an incredible sommelier. She did her thing with the wine, explained the grade. I could send you guys clips of that and videos of that so you could see it. But we're expecting our second one to be even bigger.
And that's the big table you have back there.
It's the whole room, actually.
12 people.
Yeah. No. In that room, we fit 40.
40 people. But you only have 12 tickets left. You said.
12 tickets left as of last night.
Who gets to sit at that table?
That's
the vibe.
I mean, the whole room is the vibe. Believe it or not, the whole room is the vibe.
So if you have a group, you sit there. If you're a couple, you sit
exactly right next to another couple that you're gonna meet that night, become hopefully great friends with, and hopefully keep doing these wine pairing dinners together.
I love it. We need to collaborate on a dish. Maybe me and Chef Todd, and do like a Kiko dish. That thing is delicious, bro.
We're waiting on you.
I would love to do that. I'm great with Casamigos.
All right, still got some more here.
Go for it.
Okay. I wouldn't consider yourself a restaurateur or even a promoter. I would consider you an entrepreneur from the little bit of time that I've known you. Earlier, you told me that you are engaging now with an insurance company and a steel company, which I want to hear about because I never heard about that industry. So if you could shine some light on that.
Yes. So there's two family-run companies that I've been, around for a long time with. One of them is Capital Steel.
Wow.
He's a friend of mine from high school. And, of course, look, you're always looking to diversify, right? Me and Ruben have been talking for a while about me coming on board and doing a few different things with him, and especially, his family business is 50 years old now.
Wow.
He took it over from his dad, and now he's taken it to a whole nother level with some of the most high-tech machines for manufacturing steel.
Is he in Miami? Or
Yeah. I think, if I'm not mistaken, his address is 2133 Northwest 25th. Yes.
I'm down, but I've never heard about the steel industry. I would love to learn more.
He actually, he actually took me on a field trip to Georgia, and we went to a steel mill. And I have to tell you guys.
Can we do another one? Or
I think we can.
I'm super down.
Absolutely.
My wife would allow me. If anything business related, my wife allows me to leave.
Okay.
My wife allows.
I gotta talk to your wife.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
But look, I'll say this: in my 51 years of living, it's the most impressive thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, incredible.
What, like
that's
for building and stuff?
I mean, it's for like structural steel.
Correct.
It's what builds everybody in the country.
Correct.
I didn't know this till the other day, but it's $1 trillion business.
Correct, man.
Shit, like steel.
Talking about Carnegie and these guys, Rockefeller and these guys that were all involved in that.
And he's got like some of the most high tech equipment in order to manufacture steel, and yeah.
You would never think that in Miami there's a steel manufacturing guy, bro.
No.
But we have everything here.
We do, and there's actually a few really good companies down here, but Capital Steel is the best.
And insurance.
Insurance.
Which everybody needs. I love that business because it's mandatory.
Legit insurance, though, right? Because we're Miami, right?
Kiko.
I'm just saying, bro.
He's
30.
He's done a straight. He's led a straight life, bro. No
I
federal.
gotta
No
bust
felonies,
his
no
balls
nothing, bro.
sometimes. Sometimes I gotta bust his balls.
37-year-old family-run business.
Beautiful business.
And I have an interest in there. They've been part of my family for a long time. It's called National Marketing Group Services. And Roger Gonzalez has done an incredible job of running the company for the past 37 years with all the kids, Michelle, Roger Jr., Mikey. And, I have a big interest in there. And, we sell insurance, we sell steel, we sell food and beverage.
Is there anything else you have in the future? 6 months, a year? What else? I feel like you're like a lot like us. We're just, our hands are just dabbling into everything.
Octopus. You know? You got your hands in everything.
And I appreciate that because I learned a lot from
Yeah, I think, look, what's my main goal, right? Hopefully in a few years I can fish 3-4 days a week instead of 1 day a week. That's the goal.
You haven't taken me fishing. You see, you wanted the brisket, but you still haven't taken me fishing. Let's just be clear on what is clear. I'm ready for the tough question. Who's ready?
Here's what we're clear on right now.
Ready for the tough question?
Wait.
Here's what we're clear on right now. July 5th, we'll go fishing on the boat.
Oh, my God. All right.
Listen, you've been out there for a long time. I need you to tell me what's the craziest story that you have.
And the one that you've told us already. Shout out to this swordfish, by the way. This is in the 9s. This swordfish is in the 9s.
And
I always
had
question after
craziest
and
story
hold
that
on.
stands out in your career.
Hold on. And I actually ask everybody 1 through 9 because a 10 does not exist.
I know.
So if you gave it a 9.
I say that. Don't take it. That's my shit.
For real?
Tens don't exist. That's perfection. You're always acquiring. You're trying to strive for perfection.
I never heard that, bro. That's a good one.
You get a 9.5 from me, you're famous.
Whenever all my friends come to the restaurant, I say, hey, give it to me, 1 through 9, because a 10, it just doesn't exist.
Oh, my God.
You know what? I'm like a guy who always gives a 9 because I just feel bad, bro.
Okay. We're still working on his palate.
I eat everything. I don't care. You know? Everything is good to me. All right, so give us your craziest story, bro. Your craziest story that like shocks you. You still think about today.
Shocks you still think about today. I mean, bro, I have so many crazy stories.
Take us back. That you're like, what the fuck did I just witness?
Oh man,
You can't say that. This watermelon.
I think about that for a minute.
Go for it. Take a little shot here. Take a little shot.
Yeah, there you go.
Love you, Bobby. I got a better question, bro. You have your restaurants. What are your top 3 restaurants that you dine at, that you love in Miami, that's not yours?
No, you're just going to steal my question, man.
No, well, the story's about you, bro.
It's not about me. I want you to give it to, but I want you to deliver it the right way, you know?
Deliver it the right way.
I'm going to give it to you. Deliver it the right way.
Let's take a break with Chef real quick.
Dale, tranquilo. Be like,
Yeah.
Angel. Latan. Set the premise. Set the premise.
All right, I got you.
Start from 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. Got it.
Angel, you have excellent staff.
All right.
Excellent staff.
All right.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
We'll
We
start
work
off
really hard at it.
And I know how hard it is, bro, to operate a business, bro.
Justin, we're going to pick it up right here.
Oh, is there any more liquor in here? Oh, I already
All
finished
right, Chef, what do we got? What's this?
All right, so here's the bronzino that I talked about earlier.
Oh,
A
wow.
nice fillet of bronzino, crispy skin, a little bit of arugula salad,
Crispy skin.
Provençal vinaigrette.
You get that?
Yeah.
All right, we gotta show this here. Ben, I know you're gonna hate us when you're editing, but look at this branzino.
Check that out.
Look at this branzino right here.
And crispy skin, right?
Do it.
All right, Ed.
Do you want to feed me?
I'm going to feed you. Oh, the crispy skin. It's like a little what? Like a little remoulade or?
Bunch of little.
Oh, it's more like a vinaigrette, super light, a little bit of sherry vinegar, some olive oil,
Sure.
some roasted peppers, olives.
Oh, my God. But the skin is key, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
All right, Ed. Hold on to that. I'm going to try simultaneously.
Go ahead, do it. 1, 2, 3, we eat it.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Chef. I think he's been feeding me for a long time. I'm going to, oh, my God. Look at that bite. Here we go.
1, 2, 3.
Cheers.
Down.
Wow.
It does everything.
See or no?
Bubby, that's
My God.
phenomenal.
Does
Phenomenal.
everything.
Not
And
just
I don't
flavor.
even like branzino.
Yes or no? Yes or
It's
no?
a phenomenal yes. It's a phenomenal.
The crispy skin, you know I still can't do that shit at home.
Yeah.
Wow.
The whole technique.
That is Kiko approved. Thank you, Chef, so much. Thank you again. Thank you again.
Always good to see you.
Thank you, Chef.
Pleasure, brother.
Nice
Oh.
Casamigos
Oh, yeah.
shot.
Casamigos.
Nice
All right,
Casamigos shot,
Yeah,
reposado.
Amigos, thank you. Santiago, where you at? Thank you. All right.
It's
Look
funny,
at-
but
look at my hands.
I think I know Santiago from when I was younger.
Look at my hands.
I
Ready?
played flag football with him.
You ready? Look at my hands, Eddie. Angel, tell us, what are your top 3 restaurants in Miami that aren't yours?
And you cannot pick any of your boys.
None of your boys, none of your peeps. Where does Angel Febres go eat a lot? What does he like? Start from the 3rd one down.
One of my friends, Alex Perez, just opened up Mika.
Oh, been
And
to
the
like 75
Gables.
times already. I love it. Across the street from our office.
And I know you say don't call out my
No, it's
friends,
good.
No, it's
but
fine. That's your list.
you got to give it to where it's at.
Bobby, but they have a $38 lunch special that never ends up at $38. Ends up at $200 after a couple
No,
of
but
tequilas.
people are scared of Mika's because they think it's expensive, but
It's not, bro.
affordable.
Listen, it is 100% worth it.
Really?
The service, the people at the front,
We went there for lunch the
the
other day.
team he has in place, he's always there. Make sure everything's under control. The vibe that you come in and everyone sees you. Like, I've seen Derek Jeter there.
Well, Derek and Alex are very good friends.
Good spot, man. And I saw LeBron there when he first opened.
They're
I
all
walked in.
they're all very
Really?
good
The
friends.
Plaza is one of our clients, so we understand them from there, you know.
Yeah.
But that's a great selection.
All right. Number 2. What's your number 2?
Look, I'm gonna give the steakhouse to Peter from Red Steakhouse, and it's unfortunate that he just closed after 17 years. But if I ever wanted to eat a steak in Miami, that was my go-to guy.
I never had a chance
Very
to
good.
go. Where
Very
was
good.
the beach?
He was south of 5th.
Very good.
Yeah, south of 5th for a very long
Why did
time.
he close?
He closed a couple weeks ago, just 17 years, you know, similar to Drunken Dragon. You know, these restaurants sometimes run their course, and there's so many new other options that if you're in people's top 3, now you've dropped to their top 15.
Correct.
You know, and to get them back there is just much harder with as many operators that have come down here, and you know.
All right.
Look, if right now for Italian food, if I
Is this your number
Go on.
1? Is this your number 1?
for Italian, different cuisines
No, it's gotta be
have
number one.
different.
No,
I
no.
disagree.
No,
let
you
him-
can't go into
let-
divisions.
I disagree.
Let us know. This
And
probably,
not in rotation,
so this is your
because-
favorite. This is your favorite.
If I'm eating Italian, I'm gonna go to Forti de Marma over there, south of Fifth. Also, it's
Never
it's
been.
an
You been?
incredible.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't been. What do you like about it?
That cacio de pepe they cook right next to the.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it like a
the
home
pepper.
vibe?
Oh no, it's incredible. I love the food.
Better than Carbone? Better than Carbone?
You know, if I want to be seen, I go to Carbone.
Got you.
If I want, you know.
You just answered
I've
it.
never been to Carbone. I just heard it's a mission to get a reservation.
No, it's doable. It's doable. They're very good as
I'm
well.
gonna give a shout out to my buddy Tommy Cabarizzo. He'll get you the reservation as soon as you need it. And
I would love to go to these places, man. But
We
I
gotta
just
check
don't
it
like to
out.
wait, you know.
Wait,
I
gotta
just
check it
don't
out.
like to wait, you know.
All right.
Angel, where's your last name from?
it's a good question.
Question. I know.
I never,
earlier,
I
was
never
curious.
researched it, but I've been told it's Venezuelan from many years
Well, your
ago. But
parents
I'm 100% Puerto Rican. I was born in Puerto Rico.
Shout out Puerto Rico.
No, well, I'll
You come
tell
off
you.
as Miamian.
Hold on,
Yeah, 'cause
and
it's-
I'll tell you why. And I say this to everybody because I rep Hialeah to the fullest, right?
Can go, baby.
And now
Oh,
30
born and
years
raised in
later,
Westchester, dog. Westchester.
and now 30 years later, Hialeah's cool.
Hialeah
But I've been
is
repping
cool.
Hialeah since 85.
Hialeah's good, but it ain't Westchester, dog. Let's be honest. Don't make me get Randy on here.
I'm gonna strongly disagree.
Shout out to Kat, too, for helping us today.
But
Hey, it's been a pleasure, man.
where were we?
No, I mean, I asked you
right now
earlier
with the-
about Drunken Dragon.
No, with the Hialeah thing.
Oh, with the Hialeah?
We were.
I had most. Oh, I
Huh?
had a question for you.
Yeah.
You see a lot of these restaurants going down
Yes.
or closing for their doors because they ran their course, as you said. Has there been one that you're like, wow, what a surprise. I didn't expect that. I'm curious to know you from your position.
I'll give you a good one. Sardinia.
Oh, yes. So many years open.
Sardinia's open now 20 years. They just closed right in Sunset Harbor.
Barceloneta,
Great
too.
place.
Barceloneta, too.
But Barceloneta is jumping.
Hmm?
I pass by there all the time,
Yeah,
and
it
it's
didn't close?
no
Sure.
Oh, wow.
positive.
What's
Barceloneta
the
is
biggest
jumping.
issue with a restaurant you think that, like, as they're growing 20, 30 years, what do you think what's the best approach to continue to try to stay on top?
Look, I'll tell you a great story, right? Right here where we're sitting at right now was a restaurant that was here for 40 years.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. Younger guys,
What was
but it was called Mike Gordon's Seafood.
Coño.
They were open here for 40 years before these buildings were built.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to bring my high school girlfriends here for
My
dinner.
mom used to bring me.
I heard you're single.
Oh my
You're
God.
single.
Wow,
that's it?
bro.
I heard, and listen, not only that.
All right,
I
let's
heard,
start wrapping
listen,
it up.
you're single.
Yeah, yes,
he's single, and he's been petitioning me to do a divorcee party for a long
We're
time.
hot, bro. We're cute
And
as
I have
shit.
people, have women in the DMs telling me when is the party, and I'm not even fucking with you.
All right, here's what I'll do for you guys.
Go, give it to me. Divorcee party at Yaya's.
We could host a party.
What? There it is.
I'll do
I'm
an open.
done.
Hold on. I'll do an open bar.
Let's do it.
What?
I'll do an open bar.
Done.
Okay, and I will call and text personally all my divorcee friends.
Let's go. Done.
Angel.
Summer soiree
What?
with divorcees.
Let people know what Yaya's got in the next couple weeks for summertime, real quick, before we get off.
Well, Kiko, we're not getting
Well,
off.
no,
I
no,
swear to God, I'm going to
July
fight
4th,
with you.
Brisket party.
We're not getting off because we will fight.
Yes, we will.
Okay,
Got
we're
you.
here till 1:30. I got
here till
30.
1:30.
We're gonna get
I
lit.
got an hour. I got an hour and 8 minutes left.
Let's do it.
After that,
Okay. After what?
after
Wait,
4th of July.
All right,
got another
so-
shot around here.
So 4th of July,
Yeah.
I have my main man, Que Rico con Kiko,
Yes.
doing his brisket. How many are we doing?
Bro, chill, bro.
One or two?
Chill, dog.
He has to call Ricky's
I'm
Meats.
gonna do one or two, maybe.
I'll pay for the brisket, bro. Don't worry about the money, bro.
Please, it's not that.
For him, it's not about the money, bro.
Okay.
It's the kids need to have a good time, bro. You want to wait at his heart, the kids, bro.
The kids are. We have an incredible beach area with cornhole,
The only thing that stops
with
me from going anywhere is
cornhole.
baseball. You know that.
baseball. But we're not playing baseball on July 4th.
No, we're off.
Okay.
All right.
Well-
Emma, what else you got?
What else?
Anything else coming up in the next couple weeks that we should know? How do they reach you? Instagram, DM?
We also have a
Website?
couple of, I like to call them mini boating.
Pull up here.
Not parties, so more like mini boat
You don't do boat shows here?
boat shows.
Gotcha.
A mini boat show is exactly what I was trying to say. Look, I got my buddy Shoney. He's bringing up some boats here real quick, either June 28th or July 19th. My buddy Hugo from Tidal Yacht.
I know, good guy. I met him earlier.
He's a great guy.
Great guy.
He's my go-to guy for anything that has to
Is
do.
he really legit?
He's super legit. And look, you have different levels, right? He has
Starting up, yeah, he's starting up.
right, but then you have the other guys that have the 150 foot yacht brokerage.
Yeah, I'm not there yet.
No,
So-
neither am I.
Okay, so I'm good with the guy who has a 25 foot yacht.
But Hugo's a great guy. Shoney's a great guy.
Man, I like them.
I think we should finish this one how we started with a toast.
Machete, we're not.
Kiko, Kiko, you're not leaving, bro.
What?
You're not
You're not
leaving.
leaving, bro.
Bro, a toast.
Kat, do me a favor. Go to the valet and make sure that this guy's keys got lost.
Okay, let me close here real quick with a toast. Ready?
Yeah, we're not closing, bro.
Primo, thank you.
We haven't even been an hour.
Primo, I
We
love
haven't
you.
been in an hour.
Toast,
How
Yaya.
long are we? An hour and 10, yeah.
Okay, we're not
Toast
even
to
in an hour.
Yayas. Come see Angel. They have a website. What's the website?
KikoHospitality.com.
YayaMiami.com.
Miami.com.
The IG is
See you
See
at
you
Yaya.
at Yaya.
And,
SEEYU.
I wanted to ask you about that. How did that tagline come about? See you at Yaya. Because I see Yaya Coastal Cuisine when I'm searching it, and you push big time. See you at Yaya.
Yeah. Look, we a lot of these decisions, right, early on before they get made, it's a lot of creative meetings, and it takes a lot of hours. But you put 4 or 6 people in a room, and then after 6 months, that's what you come up with. And that's the best way I could explain it, Very catchy, very,
Yeah, like see you at Yaya.
Yeah.
See you at Yaya's.
Yeah.
I'm out.
It's not with an S, it's yeah.
See you at Yaya's and see us July 4th.
I don't understand why you
For
gotta
Kiko
leave,
brisket.
bro. I really don't understand why you gotta leave. But what do you mean you gotta go, bro? I don't know. No comprende.
You want to close it out? A nice one? Or
Whatever you guys want.
I want to make sure that he closes it, bro.
He closed it already.
Close it, huh?
No, a nice little... Ready?
Well, let's talk. I think we should talk about the boat for 5 minutes. The boating.
Talk about it.
The boating.
Tease for you.
Talk about the boat. That's fine. The last. We can talk about the boat.
Yeah, really, I gotta eat, bro. I have to go over to Casa La Piña right now. Let's go.
Where to?
To Columbus, bro. By 1:30. Look at the time, bro. All right, here we go. Let's close it up in a nice way. Here we go.
And next time, we're going to cut him out of the interview.
No, you can't do that.
We have it over at 10 of you around. Are you kidding me? You got bold treatment today.
No, honestly, no, we got a lot of great content. We got a lot of great
just
content.
a dick.
Yeah? So who's a dick? Because I want...
15 clips out of this.
Yeah.
Because I want you...
no, we have to do a tease with him, too, but I just
So why? Because I want you here more than...
No, me too. I want to come here now more, too. This is the life I lead. This is the life I deserve.
No, you know your family.
And that's a different conversation. Because, look, for me... And let's talk about this after we cut.
So this guy's a ball buster. Let's close with a nice shot.
Okay, ball bust.
But really
Yo, shout out to Yaya.
My cup.
Bro, you just drank it already? You're an alky. Another little shot.
Casamigos.
Stress this week.
Thank you, Casamigos.
Don't get up yet. Let's talk about the boats for 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Métele, Angel. Angel, you're the only person I've seen been able to control Kiko, bro. That is a magic and a power in its own.
That's because I hold pictures.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
That if they ever got out, bro.
Dale, bro. Dale, I'll go fucking both. Here we go.
So, Yaya Coastal Cuisine, Mediterranean restaurant, but we also try to concentrate mostly on the boating community. We have
marina, bro.
No, we have a boating club, and we're trying to build this community around everybody that lives on the water, and they have their boats, and we're doing a few different events with them a year, and everyone should look at the Yaya Club Instagram because it's an incredible community to be a part of.
To be honest with me, I hate outdoor seating because I'm always sweating. I'm a big guy.
Nice.
Haven't been hot not once here.
You didn't even need the fan.
We have.
It's just part of my spiel, but I've been nicely breezed.
We have an incredible wind tunnel.
You do.
No, we have, listen to me, we have an incredible wind tunnel right next to the 79th Street Bridge here. And not only that, after 2 p.m., now with daylight, but, when we switch times, it's 1 p.m., the sun sits on the other side of the buildings.
Beautiful.
So this is nothing but breeze and shade as you
Beautiful.
enjoy the
I need
restaurant.
to get a boat to hang out here, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Or you can come out on mine.
I would be super down, though. Yeah, no.
Thank you for having us and hosting us. I love you.
All right.
Best here.
4th of July, baby. Yayas.